Fun fact before I actually get started making this video, this is what happens when it's 4 AM in the morning and I can't sleep. Have fun. Good news! New game on the scene, giving you the unique task of firing guns and orphaning German children, but they were Nazis anyway, so that's okay. You're a World War II professional speedwalker, somehow entrusted with heavy weaponry and binoculars. Don't forget those, they're important. Anyway, revolutionary idea, looking down your iron sights. Immersive stuff, really. You spend most of the game running from point to point, occasionally blowing shit up or fondling some Nazi documents. Also, the first ally you see outside of training is hanging dead from a tree.
That's hardcore.
Holy tits, another opportunity to show Adolf what's for. This time featuring Saving Private Ryan and temporary red eye when being shot, cured by not being shot anymore. You still move at the speed of a semi-dedicated toddler, which is great because they added a neat new mechanic that tells you where live grenades that will damage you are. This gives you an awesome opportunity to aim where your corpse will fly as you inevitably cannot quite get away from it. Just kidding, ragdoll physics isn't a thing yet. Why still the brisk walking pace, you ask? Easy really, Infinity Ward would still rather you be able to see irrelevant shit from far away than have the basic human ability to run like hell. Alternatively, you can use those binoculars to ignore the red hot barrel exploding next to you, which is also new and totally not going to become a cliche anytime soon. Also, Infinity Ward decided that smoke grenades are a thing now. Oh look, ragdoll physics. Anyways, let's make a new series, but actually make it a sub-series of the old one. Fucking brilliant, Activision. Naming convention aside, you can finally sprint now. Actually, you couldn't Call of Duty 3, but we don't talk about that one. As Infinity Ward finally decided that the maps weren't large enough to justify binoculars anymore. Thank fucking God. Also, you can now play Chef as you decide to hold your grenade to cook it. Actually, you couldn't Call of Duty 3, but we don't talk about that one. Half the time this means your grenade will explode midair, but whatever. Oh, if you do happen upon a live grenade, you can now throw it back. Actually, you could fuck it, you get the point. Oh right, you're in modern times now, which of course means you're orphaning Russians instead of Nazis. This one isn't even technically numbered. Edgy. It's hard to follow up a game that nuked the player and let you piss bombs from an airplane, so Infinity Ward decided they needed to up the ante by adding more explosions and miraculously bringing back 2 Brits from the dead, and giving one guy a dead man's voice because hey, we liked that guy. You can dual wield now, which is fucking sweet, but more importantly that means you're getting hit by more bullets. This is great because the health system has evolved to covering your screen with strawberry jam and declaring you healed once you get the chance to wipe it all off. Also, space! Don't forget that. Less jam? No space. Weak. Everybody's favorite $60 expansion pack features a new Russian that used to be pals with the old Russian but is now enemies with him and joins the 2 lead Brits in their journey to destroy him. Wouldn't it be dramatic if one of those Brits happened to die to add depth to this new Russian? Heartbreak aside, it's time for anachronisms. Turns out the old Russian is a real pain in the ass and has actually been orchestrating the events of the entire series. No, not those ones, dimwits. It would be a shame if he gave one last validation to the new Russian existing and then decided to help test the strength of some cable with the help of the Brit. The living one, dumbass. Anyway, controversy time. Not satisfied with killing dozens of civilians in a Russian airport, Infinity Ward decided to explode a child in this one. Don't you hate when you conclude an epic story that spanned 3 games and you don't know where to start the next one so you end up putting your dick in a blender? Boy, Infinity Ward knows that feeling. Not content with abusing blockbuster films or killing Russians, they elected to tell a shittier version of Red Dawn instead and make America the underdogs. Complete with a shitty ending courtesy of a post-credits buyback scene still managing to be better than Homefront despite shooting itself in the foot multiple times. Also added, maps the size of fucking Texas, cause close quarters combat works great with a dwindling player base running marathons just to finally see a bad guy before getting sniped from across the map. Oh, more space this time too. A whole level even. And a woman dies in it. Neat! Strange phenomenon here as Infinity Ward decides that if y'all really wanted space that much, they'd just develop another Halo. Oddly enough, they did a better job at this than 343 Industries while developing the latest Call of Duty, Halo 5 Guardians. They even took the naming convention. Nothing super special here, just more orphaning children, but this time with exoskeletons and spaceships. On the plus side, the story is better, though still forgettable. The only reason Infinite Warfare sold? Maybe. The reason Infinite Warfare got a bad rep? Probably. See, both Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare 1 Remastered are good games, but forcing players to pay $80 just to get a game they probably already owned? Just weird, man. Right, MW1 Remastered. Same as Call of Duty 4, but with some new animations and pretty graphics. So that's a shitty explanation of the evolution of Infinity Ward Call of Duty games. If you want some more, you're gonna have to fucking wait because I don't know if I'll ever make a video like this again. Also, it's like 6:14 in the morning, I started this at 4 o'clock, so if you don't like the video, that might be why. Bye.